I was a shy intern. I saw a deaf old man being ignored in our lobby. So I greeted him in sign language. I had no idea the CEO was watching. Or who that man was. Pratt 1. I was just a shy intern making copies and fetching coffee, when I saw an elderly man standing alone in our busy corporate lobby. Clearly frustrated as person after person walked past him without a second glance. When I realized he was deaf and trying to communicate, I approached him and signed a simple, "Hello. Can I help you?" I had no idea that the CEO of the company was watching from the mezzanine above. Before we dive in, I'm curious, have you ever learned a skill to help someone you love? Tell me about it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories like this one. Now let me take you back to that life-changing Tuesday morning. 6 months ago, I was the most invisible person at Meridian Communications. At 22, I was a junior marketing intern who spent her days making photocopies, organizing supply closets, and trying to blend into the background of one of Chicago's most prestigious advertising agencies. I was the kind of person who ate lunch alone at her desk, who took the stairs instead of the elevator to avoid small talk, and who had never spoken up in a meeting. Not once. I hadn't always been this way. In high school I'd been confident, outgoing, even popular, but college had been a series of small failures and rejections that had slowly chipped away at my self-esteem. By the time I graduated with my communications degree, I felt like a shadow of my former self. The internship at Meridian was supposed to be my fresh start, my chance to prove myself in the real world. Instead, it had become another place where I felt small and insignificant. The only thing that gave my life was my little brother, Danny. He was 8 years old and had been born deaf. While our parents had struggled to learn sign language, I had thrown myself into it with a passion that surprised everyone, including myself. I spent hours practicing, watching videos, taking classes at the community center. Danny became my motivation to master something that mattered, something that could make a real difference in someone's life. By the time I started at Meridian, I was fluent in American Sign Language. It was the one skill I possessed that I was truly proud of, though it had never seemed relevant to my work life. In the corporate world of marketing campaigns and client presentations, my ability to communicate with the deaf community felt like a beautiful but useless talent. Like being able to play the violin in a world that only valued electric guitars. The morning that changed everything started like any other. It was a Tuesday in October, and the Meridian building was buzzing with its usual frenetic energy. We were in the middle of preparing for a major client presentation and everyone was stressed, rushed, and focused on their own urgent tasks. I was stationed at the reception area, helping to organize materials for the presentation, when I noticed him. He was an elderly man, probably in his 70s, impeccably dressed in a navy blue suit that looked expensive and well-tailored. His silver hair was perfectly styled, and he carried himself with the kind of quiet dignity that spoke of a lifetime of success and respect. But there was something in his eyes, a mixture of frustration and sadness, that made my heart ache. He was standing at the reception desk trying to communicate with Jessica, our head receptionist. Jessica was a perfectly nice person, but she was also incredibly busy and clearly growing impatient with whatever communication barrier was occurring. "Sir, I'm sorry, but I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. Do you have an